Hi Capricorn, what's going on? This reading is going to be for you guys as far as what's going to be happening over the next 3 to 5 days. We're starting off with Page of Wands here, and Two of Cups, and Two of Pentacles. Nice, we have Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. All right, Page of Wands and Two of Cups. This means that there's going to be something exciting that you're going to be doing, or something that you want to be doing that you'll be able to explore. For some of you, this can be something that you'll do, like a shared activity with someone. You can be connecting. On this card, see how this little character is running towards that? This is feeling like there's a sense of excitement here with this, so you can feel very, very excited to be doing something, and it feels like running in the direction of being able to like have some type of shared activity where there would be a sense of connection, there would be a mutual draw or like a mutual passion for whatever that is. Two of Pentacles feels like there's some other stuff that's going on at the same time, or you may need to make adjustments. That can be part of this. But yeah, I do see you excited to be involved in something. If you've been feeling less enthusiastic in general, it seems like, or making decisions for different reasons, it seems like the draw now, or the thing that's motivating you now, is making choices that you feel happy about. So what this can mean is that there's something that you're going to be doing with another person. You'll be happy to do this, but you'll also have to be flexible with this. And it feels too like this is helping you find a sweet spot that maybe wasn't there before, because I'm seeing Eight of Cups, but it's walking into Ten of Cups. Eight of Cups is like, if this doesn't feel like it fits for me anymore, I'm not going to be doing that. Or there can be a realization of something about this isn't working for me, or like I'm not feeling happy with this. And then Ten of Cups is reconnecting with that sense of fulfillment and happiness, or that joy, maybe at a time where you were in a situation that didn't feel like it really had that. But this is going to be walking in the direction of that, but knowing there's steps to take in order to do that. And it also means too, if there's anything you need to weed out, that can also be happening as well. What this can mean too is that you're figuring that out with this person. For those of you that another person is not involved, this can be that you're doing something that you want to be doing, because Two of Cups can feel like a union between you and yourself. So instead of being like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? This can be you doing something that you want to do that matters to you, where you feel this like coming together with yourself and prioritizing that. Prioritizing your relationship with yourself. For some of you, you can be prioritizing your relationship with another person. It really just depends on you and what you have presently going on. You'll know for you. And figuring things out. I do get the sense of you trying to find something, like seeking something, but it doesn't feel like a material thing. It feels more like a feeling that you'll have about what you're doing. So exploring something that feels right to you, that feels good to you. Okay, this is part of a new chapter. Seeing you be happy to walk this path, and there is going to be exploring that happens. Okay, yeah. Some of you had conflict with somebody that you're close with, and you are going to be addressing this. So this new chapter is going to be about working that out. If that's not conflict with you and another person, this can be conflict that you were just experiencing between yourself. So one part of you could be saying one thing, another part of you wants another thing, and that can be what's being worked out here. It feels like it's about what you want with Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So in this new chapter, something is being worked out associated with what you want in your heart of hearts. But there will also be material implications of this as well. So you're doing this while also it looks like healing from something, because I'm seeing 3 of Swords here. So this path that you're on, you can know that it also brings some stuff up for you. Also too, if something had not been allowing you to heal or had been creating further damage for you, that can also be being looked at as well. Is that 6? Justice, okay. So what I'm seeing is, if you were looking at a situation and felt that where you are with your values, especially your internal values, that's connected with like your emotions and your feelings and stuff like that, if something was not right or something was not aligned, meaning my values having to do with what feels right emotionally for me, something like isn't matching or something isn't working here, and I'm feeling like, this can even be looking at something and feeling like I have emotional needs that are not being met, and I know what it feels like when they are being met, or I know what it feels like when they're not being met, and justice feels like the rebalancing of that to feel like you're reconnected again. But I'm also seeing Knight of Pentacles here, which shows that you're going in that direction. However, it is going to be something that it's going to be like a slow process. It's not going to be overnight. Knight of Pentacles moves very slowly, but it's like every day you make progress, but it's going to have to be habitual. It's going to have to be consistent. And then you'll look around and be like, okay, things feel right, when they had not been feeling like that before. So this is going to be slow and gradual transition that happens. And it feels too like making moves that you feel good with, that you feel good about. Because maybe you were making moves before and you were asking like, why am I doing this? I don't feel good about this. I'm not feeling happy with this, or this isn't feeling right, or maybe I'm like living for that person's expectations and not mine. It can be those types of things. So this feels like a correction when it comes to what you're getting up to, and then the reflection of your life, how your life reflects that, the moves that you're making, and also what's motivating the moves that you're making. Am I making moves that feel fulfilling to me? Not just materially, because there's a big focus on how you're feeling about things. So I'm doing things from a place of feeling rather than just what's it looking like externally, or what can I gain, or what am I trying to build, or what am I tending to. And it feels like checking in with the heart space and then taking action, rather than taking action and then feeling like you're neglecting your heart space. Because that's not to say what you were doing wasn't yielding some external result, but it could have been yielding external results, but then something about it was feeling like something's missing here for me. But now checking in here first feels like then the actions that follow end up building into something that you feel good about, that you feel good with, and you like that, and learning how to use your discernment within that process. I'm seeing Libra here. You can have a Libra placement. You can be dealing with somebody with a Libra placement. This can also have to do with your Venus, having to do with your values. It can have to do with partnerships, with relationships, those types of things. And if you were making moves that you can look at and feel like they weren't attributing to how you wanted things to be, and maybe even taking away from that, this can be a time when those things are corrected. But what it means too is that it feels like if you're going to walk this path, there are things that you're going to have to address that may be difficult to address. It can be stuff that needs to be resolved, and this can be pain that has to be addressed too, and maybe something that you were feeling a bit of a resistance to, but you know that healing comes hand in hand with having to address things, with having to face things. And so if something was going on but it wasn't being addressed, it feels like if I'm going to walk this path that feels important for me to be walking, or I feel called this way, I'm going to have to address some pain, some wounding. However, this is the way that I need to take in order to find what works for me and what feels right. So it's just something that's going to be on the path that, what's the right way to word this? It's like if you have a particular path you have to take to get to a destination you want to get to, and your destination is the 10 of Cups. So that's like your life feeling right to you, not feeling like something's missing. On the way to that, you have to address 3 of Swords. So 3 of Swords will be stuff that's unresolved for you, that's going to have to be faced, and needing to prioritize that. What's going on for me that is leading to these things that I'm not feeling good about or I'm not feeling good with, and I'm making these choices, and then I'm left sort of feeling empty inside when I'm doing this. Why do I do that? So there can be really a looking into that. And for some of you, this can have to do with like partnerships and stuff like this, but this also comes back to your relationship with yourself and how you're carrying that out as well. And there can be addressing things with you and another it's addressing things with yourself that can feel difficult to address. Then being like, okay, no more work to do there. So things sort of come back together, things are mended, things are healing, and then the next steps follow at that point. But yeah, another person can be involved in this process for sure. What this means too is that prioritizing healing and addressing like probably the stuff that's most painful to address or most uncomfortable, or like, oh, we have to talk about it again or go over this again, you know, the stuff that can feel like not the most enjoyable stuff to be addressing. It feels like those things have to be prioritized. And there's also a practical side of this. There's an emotional side of this, there's a mental side, there's a practical side. So this chapter is about prioritizing, it feels like your emotional health and wellness, and doing it step by step, where you know that this isn't something that's going to change overnight. It will be a gradual process, but it will be one that is well worth it to you because of the results that this yields for you and the feeling that you have about the life that you're leading. And that feeling good, and that being why this path is worth it for you to be walking upon. So when it comes to you being in the place and doing what you love or what you care about, or just pursuing what feels interesting to you, you just being involved in stuff that really actually matters to you, working out what would be conflicting with you doing those things, figuring things out, applying what needs to be applied, and then feeling very happy with the results that you end up getting from this. It feels too like this is going to allow you to let something go that doesn't need to be a thing anymore, but it has to be addressed first for it not to be a thing anymore. Because right now it feels like it's determining things that are going on. And so it does have to be looked into, understood, so it can be integrated. So yeah, there can be just some stuff that has to come up that you know this is going to be part of things that I'm addressing, but it's for a bigger reason, and it's for a reason that's worthwhile to me. There's a lot having to do with discernment that's involved in this. Receptivity, you doing problem solving, assessing, that type of stuff. Again, know that this will be gradual, but I'm seeing you, it feels like I know what to do here, I know what's going on, I know the path that I'm walking down, and also know too that it's going to take some time, but that you'll be happy with the way that things are. the path that you're on, this being a new chapter, stuff with the Two of Cups that's being worked out. So again, stuff that you're working out with yourself that you could have felt split on. Also stuff that you, for those of you that another person is involved, if you were on like one side and this person was on another side and you were clashing, it can be a time when that's being worked out too. Having to be flexible and work with potentially a painful situation, you know, stuff that can feel very prickly and uneasy to be working with. However, knowing that this is how you find your solution. And also too, checking in, and if there's stuff that you've been doing that you feel like that's not aligned for me, it can be a time when there's a checking in with that, and then making moves that you feel like you're doing it for the right reasons and that they will yield the results that you want. Slowly but surely. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.